Hello everyone, Freddy here in Thailand. Just want to say hello. We just finished the third quarter and I know everyone is probably wondering how we are doing. First thing first, Thailand just had a major earthquake and I just want to let everyone know that everything's fine. I'm okay. Everyone here is okay. Most of the buildings are okay with the exception of one which collapsed because it was under construction. But other than that, things are returning back to normal. Okay, it's very rare for Thailand to have earthquake, so this is like one big one maybe every half a century. So I think I should be good for the rest of my life. At least I hope so. Okay, so what's been going on with our portfolio? As you know, after Trump's election, we did rocket up to a little bit of profit. Okay, but since that time, it has been grinding down quite a bit. It went from around 350 and right now it's down to about $2. And it has been very volatile at times. You know, we had 20% move in one direction, 30% another day, and it's just back and forth. If you look behind me, you can see that, okay, after the election, the price went up, okay, right about right there, okay. And then it just has been bouncing sideways. But this sideways is that little speck right there. That's about $1 right there. Okay, I have not been trading in and out because it's been very volatile. It's very hard to predict which way it's gonna go. But I am confident that Ripple is gonna move higher before the end of the year. Right now it's bouncing around $2 and $2.50, $2. So we are in a negative again. We're about negative 30%. I don't want you to think about, when are we going to be in profit? We have already made it through the hard time. Okay, the 50-cent XRP, the $1 XRP, $1.50, those days are gone. I'm quite confident that we're not going to see that again. $2 has been holding up very well, and because it dropped like from 3 to 2, and we have a lot of XRP, that's about 250,000 right there. So you can see how we can go up and down quite a bit really fast. But I am confident that XRP is going to probably be looking at around anywhere from $6 to $10 by the end of the year. I go by the wave counts, and from looking at the chart and other data, this is probably like this around let me see, ABC, about a second wave, and maybe we'll have a third wave coming up next. And it could be the fifth wave or it could be the third wave, but either way, the future is bright and everything is coming along very well with XRP along with other coins. Okay, I want to refer back a little bit, way back, okay, around 2000 I did have a lot of XRP, but because of the lawsuit and everything going on at that time, I had to sell some of it and try to go look for something else toward other altcoins. What had happened in the last 4 years is because of the Biden admin was not very friendly to cryptos. Okay, so they were really slowing things down, the adoption, and many of the good projects that I thought were good projects, other altcoins that I had. What happened during that time is that so much altcoins had come onto the market. Right now we have over 3 million coins, and even if I had picked a good project, all those other coins really pull money away from the good projects. And right now I have really cut down on the number of altcoins and really focus on the main key one like XRP, XLM, HBAR. Okay, as far as Bitcoin goes, it's a little bit out of our price range, and I think even if Bitcoin were to go to $150,000 or $200,000 per coin, these coins that we have will gain much more in percentage. Okay, so it's much more bangs for the buck at this point in time. So let's take a look around at what's been going on. When I first started off in XRP, I already saw something special with XRP. Okay, and come to find out, okay, Donald Trump named XRP, Solana, Cardano, BTC, and ETH as part of the U.S. Crypto reserve. From my standpoint, when I look at the BTC and versus XRP, there has been speculation that the people who started Bitcoin split up, and some of them started XRP to become a better Bitcoin. And from the technical standpoint, when I look at it, it meets the need of the daily consumer much better than Bitcoin. For instance, let's say everything you do on Bitcoin is very transparent. Anyone can see it. Okay? But when it comes to businesses, the government, and other things, okay, not everyone want their transaction to be, they don't want everyone to be able to see it. Okay, they want to be able to keep it, hidden. XRP, however, has the public ledger and also a private ledger. So that's for one. Yeah. When it comes to Bitcoin, there is a portfolio with 1 million Bitcoin in there. And the narrative is that it probably belonged to the founder, the creator. No one knows who that is. Okay. Now, if countries were to use Bitcoin as a reserve currency, and the owner of that 1 million Bitcoin suddenly, resurface and then dump the Bitcoin down to the market, it could wreak havoc, okay, onto the market. So it doesn't quite make sense, that they would use Bitcoin as a reserve. I'm not against Bitcoin. It's still gonna have some kind of new purpose somewhere, okay, but it's just kind of odd to me. When Trump did announce the crypto reserve, the first coin he came up with was XRP, okay, and then Solana and ADA, and then like about maybe 4 or 5 hours later, he came out and said, "Oh yeah, Bitcoin too, Ethereum too." It sounded like he was pressured to say, from the people that have invested in Bitcoin, say, "Hey, you better say Bitcoin too, don't leave us out." Okay, so that's where we are. Okay, so with now that you know that XRP is gonna be part of the reserve currency, long-term wise, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Yeah. In the ETF, okay, this also deals with the legal case that's been going on for over 4 years. Okay, now that the Biden administration is out, Gary Gensler, the SEC chairman, is out. Things are looking much better now. Okay, Trump is adopting XRP. His administration is much more crypto friendly, and there's a lot of ETF filings on the book right now. Now this article said 9, but I have heard there's a lot more. Many of the big companies like Franklin Templeton, Grayscale, and many other companies have already filed the ETF. And the legal case right now, the SEC have withdrawn their appeal, so they're just doing some finalization just to get the final agreement on before they come out with the official announcement to announce that, hey, the court case is over. And I'm thinking that's going to be coming up in the next 30 to 60 days. Yeah. So with all these filings, a lot of speculation that said BlackRock and Fidelity is probably not going to be far behind. That's pretty much a given. Ripple Vision, let me see, you can see that. Ripple Vision aligned with BlackRock perspective. BlackRock have complained that the global financial system is not very liquid. Okay, it's slow. It's not very efficient. And Ripple, since day one, they have mentioned that their goal is to become the new global reserve currency. They can settle billions in transactions, within seconds. So they can move billions of dollars around the world very quickly and very efficiently. So let me see that. And then what else do we got here? Just because the ETF in the US have not been approved yet, there are ETF out there in other countries. Okay. 21 shares launched Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP ETF in Europe. So you see that they're not waiting around. Okay, it's up to the US to catch up. Let's see that. Okay, Dubai Financial Authority confirmed XRP integration into major banks, allowing global money transfer via XRP. Everything is coming online. Okay, XRP has so many NDAs with about 1,700 financial institutions around the world, and I believe that it's just a matter of time before everything come rushing in and the value goes way up. And I have mentioned about how on a technical level I don't see Bitcoin meet the needs of the future that much. Okay, and some countries have already said they're not going to entertain about Bitcoin reserve. Okay, Poland central bank reject Bitcoin for reserve. Poland doesn't want to do anything with the Bitcoin. South Korea, okay, XRP is very popular in South Korea. Bitcoin not suitable for reserve, say South Korea central bank. Japan say no to Bitcoin reserve. What this means for banking and cryptocurrency. Japan is very big into XRP. Yeah. So in the coming months, you're going to see that it's, we're going to see some volatility, of course, but I want you to think back that if you knew that Bitcoin at $2 was going to be worth $100,000 one day, would you worry about these movement right now in between, a couple dollars here and there? No. And that's the way I see with XRP. I don't want to trade in and out because right now there's AI, okay, that manipulate the market to go up and down, and it's very hard to trade against AI. I'm telling you, I've seen the market, the way it's acting, it's just very difficult. So it's better to just hold and let the things play out. What we have is what we have, along with other coins. I also have a lot of the XLM and HBAR. Those coins are very promising in the future, along with some other altcoins, but I did cut down on a lot of altcoins. I just want you to hold tight. We're on, since the very beginning, when you asked me to invest in cryptocurrency, I'm sure in the back of your mind you probably said, Fred, find me the next Bitcoin, right? Okay. I believe I have found that. Even though I have got into other altcoins, I have never lose track of XRP. Okay, and so far, I believe that we are on the right track, the right train, going in the right direction. I just cannot control the speed of how soon we can get there. But the future is looking good. XRP is really, got its tentacle everywhere in the financial system. So until next time, just hold tight. Remember, Bitcoin went from, let me see, around $1,000 to $20,000, and then it crashed during COVID all the way down to $3,000. Okay, and after COVID, it rocketed back up to 60, then 80, then 100. So if you see any kind of big volatility within XRP, I don't want you to worry about it. It's just a short-term volatility. Things are gonna keep going up, in my opinion, but it just doesn't go up in a straight line. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you again next quarter. One more last thing. I want you to leave you with this video, okay? So please watch it, okay? This is Value Entertainment. It's by the gentleman named Pat. He usually talk about business and politics, and he doesn't really cover cryptocurrency that much, but they talk about investment and things like that. So when he covered this about XRP is quite good information in my opinion. So please watch this, and so long for now.
If you evaluated this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. So, 2 weeks ago, on February 16th, I ran a poll, and the poll says, which crypto has the best long-term technology? I don't know what it was going to come up. I'm not a crypto guy. My audience is not a crypto community. It's very neutral. I put Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, other, explain why. At the lowest was Ethereum, 9%. Other was 12%. Bitcoin, whom I thought was going to be 70%, was 35%, and Ripple came up at 44%. This is 179,000 people voted, so it's not 200 or 800 or 10,000. It's nearly 200,000 people voting. Then Gary Cardone retweets it and says, when people run a poll like this and they don't know what they're talking about, this is why people get confused. No problem. Then I challenge him. Why don't you run the same exact poll I run and let's see what it does on your audience. I don't know. I'm not a Ripple guy. I'm not a Bitcoin guy. I'm not an Ethereum guy. I'm a business guy. He runs it. The results when he runs it is the following. He said, you are 50 years old, worth $10 million, and going into suspended hibernation for 8 years, escaping complete world chaos. You are required to make 100% investment in one of the following and have 1 hour to decision. XRP, Solano, US dollar, or Bitcoin. XRP 67%, Bitcoin 30%, 23,000 people voted. I think this was taken down afterwards. Why? I don't know. When you look at what Bitcoin is versus XRP, you'll see one is centralized, one is decentralized. Bitcoin being decentralized, the other one being centralized. Centralized, maybe faster, maybe public, like the Federal Reserve, people know about it. Decentralized, there is little regulation on it. There is not much control over it. So there's two benefits for both. If somebody is a person that believes in diversification, there's an element for both that's needed. Now, for actual usage of the technology, when you pull it up and you compare the two against each other, here's what you'd come up. When it comes down to transaction speed, you notice Bitcoin 10 minutes, XRP 3 to 5 seconds. Transaction cost, high during congestion, XRP very low. Decentralization, we talked about that. Use case, store value, person to person, XRP cross-border systems, supply 21 million, XRP 100 billion. Energy use is high, XRP low. Adoption, broad, mainstream, XRP niche, institutional. So if you look at this, of course, well, then XRP is better. That's what I'm going to be doing. You pull up another chart. This other chart talks about transactions per second. The average block time. Bitcoin, 10 minutes. Litecoin, 2.5 minutes. Ethereum, 15 seconds. Ethereum 2.0, 12 seconds. Ripple, 3 to 5 seconds. Solano, 0.4 seconds. And you can go down and look at all these other guys. So the argument that's being made about what this one, about that one, what about this one, then you look at numbers of the price of Bitcoin versus price of Ripple. When you look at the price of Bitcoin, of where it is today and where Ripple is at, this is what you'll notice. Today, Ripple is give or take $244. Bitcoin today, give or take $86,000. Okay? If you go back 4 years ago, Ripple's high was $1.65. Bitcoin 4 years ago was $64,000. If you go to 2017 to 2018, Ripple high was $384. Bitcoin was $17,800. To let's just say $86 to $100,000, it's 6x. Let's say 5x. While Ripple has actually gone down. Now, of course, there's a pending lawsuit. Is that going to get cleared? You know, security. Is it a security? Is it not? President Trump, he's mentioning XRP. And what's kind of weird in his whole Truth Social post, you know what's the first cryptocurrency he puts in there? It's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. It's not Cardano. The first one he puts in there is XRP Ripple. Why? You saw the CEO of Ripple, Brad, coming out there kind of talking, and people are saying, hey, we ought to look at this. What if the case gets dropped? What if that doesn't happen? Gary Gensler's no longer there. Gary Gensler was not a big fan of Ripple. There's all these videos that we've seen behind closed doors on what's going on. Here's all I'm saying. Just so you know you're watching this, let me confuse you a little bit. I own way more Bitcoin than I do Ripple. I own very little Ripple. I don't want this thing to be an endorsement of Ripple. For whatever I own of Bitcoin, I own 1/10 of it in Ripple, just to make things. Ethereum, I own 3 times Ethereum than I do of Ripple. I'm just looking at it on what direction it's going to go.
This is like a digital Fort Knox for digital Fort.
And this is something you believe in 100%. Okay.
And hopefully,
Very good. And make the demos, right?
absolutely.
What does that really mean? When you look at Ripple in the first place, technology company founded in 2012, focused on revolutionizing global payments through blockchain-based solutions. It develops financial infrastructure that enables fast, low-cost, and efficient cross-border transactions. The owner is SPI Holdings and Andreessen Horowitz, well-known company. We know Andreessen Horowitz. They own a lot of different things. Remember earlier I told you all these big financial institutions have invested into Bitcoin. We talked about Morgan Stanley, all these other guys. When it comes down to Ripple, do you know 300 financial institutions already use Ripple net as of 2024, one of them being Bank of America. Bank of America uses them. American Express uses the technology that RippleNet has. So it's not like others aren't starting to gradually behind closed doors say maybe we need this technology, because when it comes down to CBDC, Ripple partners with government to build blockchain infrastructure for CBDC. Everybody's trying to find out, hey man, we got to build something here. Whose technology do we use? The government decides to team up with Ripple. Ripple's 2024 partnership with central banks and its stablecoin launch signal this direction. So they're already making that progress. What is the next big event that happens? Is the settlement, is the issues they're having with SEC. If those things get dropped and it's done, you may see a big growth and a spike with Ripple. And by the way, if you're a crypto person yourself, you're probably furious saying, why are you not mentioning Solana? Do you not realize their blazing speed and the fees and what they got and the market cap, $80 billion? And Solana's better than XRP. Here's what I've learned, guys. There is like 50 religions in cryptocurrency, and everybody talks about their coin is the best one. But you know what happened? If we take everybody that tell us what their coin is the best one, and then we ask them to actually open the wallet to see what coin they have, the coin that they own the most of, that's the best coin in the world. My interest is, I hear you, you sound convincing. I hear you, you sound convincing. I hear you sound convincing. For a person that is not in the business of sitting there spending 200 hours to look at everything here, diversification is for someone that says, let me see which one's going to go. I'm going to try a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there. For someone that doesn't want to specialize in this, it is something you have to pay attention to. Here's why. Let's just say XRP decides to, all of a sudden, they replace SWIFT. Let's say that happens. If XRP replaces SWIFT and FedNow, you know what happens? Let me give you some numbers here. XRP's ledger processes transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at nearly no cost, making it significantly faster and cheaper than SWIFT. So SWIFT processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If you didn't know what that was, quadrillion annually, SWIFT. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, $125 trillion annually. The demand for XRP, by the way, it could be any of these other technologies we're talking about. Analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially dropping it up to $1,000. Now, who those analysts are, I'm willing to bet those analysts own Ripple. And that's why they're writing this. Hey, analysts, just because I say analyst says, it doesn't mean they're 100% right, but hey, it is a way of looking at what could happen with this. If this were to happen, it's a big deal. Now, the roadblock that they have are a couple things. One is the SEC lawsuit that has slowed adoption, but a resolution could boost institutional confidence. Regulatory approval, especially in the U.S., is critical for widespread adoption. Let me unpack the legal trouble. Let's just go back 4 or 5 years so you kind of know what's going on here. December 22nd, 2020, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs and its executive, Brad Garlinghouse, alleging that the sale of XRP constituted an unregistered securities offering worth over $1.3 billion. Then in April of 2020, Judge Sarah Netburn granted a motion limiting the SEC's access to the personal financial records of Garlinghouse and Larson, marking a procedural win for Ripple. Then 2 years later, July 13, 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres issued a mixed ruling. XRP was not deemed a security when sold on public exchanges, but institutional sales violated securities law. Ripple was fined $125 million, significantly less than the original $2 billion. Then we go to October 2024. SEC filed an appeal against Judge Torres' ruling, seeking clarity on XRP's clarification. Ripple's leadership criticized the appeal, and XRP's value experienced volatility, dropping to a 11% following the news. November 2024, reports surfaced that Gary Gensler planned departure in January 2025. Hello, that was a big moment for them because Gary was a guy that was not happy about it. He kind of had some favors with a couple friends he had in different places. Legal experts, including attorney Jeremy Hogan, speculated that this could lead to a resolution of Ripple case by spring or early summer of 2025. December 2nd, XRP's market performance showed significant growth, with a 123% growth increased since SEC's initial lawsuit, showing signs of optimism. So who knows what's going to be happening? When the president, his name is Donald Trump, and he puts something on Truth Social, and the first one he puts up is XRP, then the retweet, he says, let me also give some love to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That means some of the people behind closed doors that are in his ear, like a guy like Elon Musk and some of the other people, maybe something's about to happen. I would be paying attention. That's all I'm saying to you. Next 3, 6, 12 months, I'll be paying attention to what's going on here. Who knows? And remember, if somebody that doesn't do their own research, if somebody that doesn't go out there and put hours into seeing what's going on here, the best way to go is diversification. That's for those that don't want to go out there and do the research, and they don't want to just sit there and like, I'm going to bank on this. You have no idea what's going to be happening. Having said that, if you got value out of this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, you've never seen the video, The Dark Side of CBDC, click here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.